In this video, I'm going to be going over the top 5 best budget point guards right now in NBA 2K23 My Team. I'm going to be re-ranking the top 5 budget point guards. I just did this a couple of days ago, but now you guys know from the out of position 2 set, we got tons and tons of good budget point guards from this out of position 2 drop. So just want to be going over the top 5 budget point guards once again and just tell you guys who are the best budget cards at that point guard spot. So I'll be ranking them from 5 all the way to number 1. So starting it off here with number 5, I do think it's actually going to be the Galaxy Iguodala. He is definitely under that 25,000 MT mark, which I do think is considered a budget card. He's only about 15k, maybe even a little bit lower, and I think he's actually very underrated at that point guard position. He's got elite defense. He's super quick with the ball in his hands. Like, that's probably the best thing about this card is his defense. Number 1, he's going to be a great lockdown defender, having a 94 block, 97 steal, 98 perimeter, 92 interior defense, but then he's also like super quick with the ball in his hands, having 95 speed, 94 speed with ball, and a 95 acceleration. He's got pretty good dribble sigs. He's great at getting downhill. Also does have a 98 driving dunk. The only like flaw I would say with Iguodala probably comes down to his jump shot not being the easiest and just kind of a bit of a slower jump shot to green in my eyes, but still, I feel like Iggy is a top 5 budget point guard in the game. He's got 17 Hall of Fame badges, including Bully, Fast Switch, Fearless Finisher, Limitless Takeoff, Posterizer, Clamp Breaker, Quick First Step, Anchor, Challenger, Clamps, Glove, Interceptor, Menace, Off-Ball Pest, Pick Dodger, Post Lockdown, and Workhorse. So great Hall of Fame defensive badges for Iggy, and I think all around is probably the fifth best budget point guard currently in the game. I think actually all of these cards are going to be from the out of position set, not all from out of position 2, but because I do think number 4 is going to be the Pink Diamond Luke Walton. He's still an amazing point guard, and he's actually super cheap. Like, now he's only going for about like 6 to 7,000 MT. You can see right here he's at 5,900. So super cheap card and very, very underrated, I will say, you know, because I wouldn't say underrated, but just really good value for that price tag. Only 6,000 MT, and he's still like a top 5 budget point guard in the game. He's got a 92 3 ball, 90 mid range, 85 driving dunk. He's super good with the ball in his hands. He's a great defender, 85 block, 92 interior defense, 92 perimeter, 92 steal. I mean, he plays good defense, super quick at going downhill, 94 speed, 94 acceleration with a 94 speed with ball. I feel like he's a very similar card to Iguodala, but the main difference is he does have a way better jump shot than Iggy, and that's why I think he's a little bit better of a budget point guard, and he does only go for 6,000 MT. But at the number 3 spot, I do think the third best budget point guard in the game right now is going to be the Pink Diamond Elgin Baylor, another super cheap point guard card, but very underrated and very undervalued. Like, he's just a super good value card in the game. At least he was. How much is he going for right now? Because he was about like 5,000 MT. Looks like he actually went up a bit in price because people are realizing, you know, how good of a point guard he actually is. He looks to be around 9,000. Maybe I'd say probably around 8 to 9,000 MT for this card, which I do think is going to be extremely good value. He's 6'5" at the 1, has great all-around stats, 89 3 ball, 94 mid-range, 95 driving dunk, very solid all-around defensive stats, including a 90 block, 90 steal, 94 perimeter, 94 interior defense. He's super quick, 95 speed, 95 acceleration with a 92 speed with ball, and then he also does have a 92 vertical and a 92 strength. Looking at his badges, he's got 12 on Hall of Fame, including Bully, Fearless Finisher, Limitless Takeoff, Posterizer, Slithery, Limitless Range, Clamp Breaker, Quick First Step, Anchor, Clamps, Glove, and Menace. And then he also does have 41 gold badges. But you guys are probably wondering, you know, what makes this card super elite at the budget tier for a point guard is the fact that he's got such a good jump shot with the PJ Tucker base and the Steph Curry upper. Super easy to green and also a very quick jump shot. He's got that tray fade, which can be super helpful on next gen and current gen. And then he also does have very solid dribble sig. So I do think Elgin Baylor is the third best budget point guard in the game. At the number 2 spot, I do think is going to be Joe Ingles. I think number 2 and number 1 is really debatable, and it just comes down to preference and what card's jump shot you like more and just what card you do play better with. But in my opinion, I do think Joe Ingles is the second best budget point guard in the game. He goes for around 15,000 MT, maybe actually a little bit cheaper nowadays, and he's got 46 gold badges and 12 on Hall of Fame. That's just the first thing I want to point out, that he's got so many good Hall of Fame badges and then so many golds. Like, he's only missing, I think, 6 or 8 badges total in the game. Everything else is at least on gold. He's a 6'8" point guard, and I think he's just a better Luke Walton. I think he's Luke Walton just with a better jump shot because he's about the same on the defensive end, defensively as a Luke Walton card. I think he's super quick, just like Luke Walton, but then he does have a better jump shot and a little bit more badges on gold. So Joe Ingles, in my opinion, is the second best budget point guard in the game. And then number one, I think, is going to be Pink Diamond Ousmane Dieng. I think he's so elite at that point guard position, and he is fairly expensive. Like, I think he's around 30K. Maybe a little bit cheaper. Okay, he's about 25K, so he is in that budget price range, about 24 to 25K. So he's going to be a super expensive budget point guard in the game, but he is definitely worth the MT, being 6'10" at the point guard spot, also with a 7'2" wingspan, and he's got a very good player model in game. You take a look at his stats: super well rounded, 89 3 ball, 92 mid range, 80 standing dunk, 90 driving dunk. Also does have a 92 ball handle and a 95 pass accuracy. Really solid defensive stats: 88 block, 92 steal, 93 perimeter, 93 interior defense. He's also pretty quick with the ball in his hands for being a 6'10" card, 93 speed, 93 acceleration, with a 93 speed with ball. And then you take a look at his badges. He does have 12 in Hall of Fame, including Bully, Limitless Takeoff, Posterizer, Clamp Breaker, Dimer, Needle Threader, Quick First Step, Anchor, Clamps, Glove, Menace, and Pick Dodger. And then he also does have 34 gold badges, including Blinders, Catch and Shoot, Claymore, Corner Specialist, Deadeye, Guard Up, Limitless Range, and tons more on golds. And then the one card I do want to mention that I wouldn't really say is considered a budget card, he might honestly be. I think he's a little bit more expensive though. It is going to be the Galaxy Blahido Turkaloo. I think he's around 30,000 MT, so he's going to be a little bit more than what I do consider a budget card, but he's another great point guard that if you guys want to spend the extra 5,000 MT, I do think probably is the best choice to go with over Ousmane Dieng, over Joe Ingles. But those are going to be my top 5 budget cards, budget point guards in the game. Let me know in the comment section down below maybe some other really good point guards that I missed in this top 5 that you guys think could be included. I mean, Matisse Thybulle, Rudy Fernandez, those are some great honorable mentions as well. But hopefully you guys did enjoy and it did help you guys out, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.